Welcome to the second day of the first World AIGA World Championship in grappling in Istanbul. Today we have finals and the matches for the bronze medal. And the commentator today for you are me, Aidar Mahmedov, black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and my colleague from Iran, the president of IDCC Iran, the first IBJJF certified black belt in Iran, Bardia Honordan.
It's a pleasure to be with you again, Aidar. I had a good time yesterday when we were commentating, and let's see what we have in store for the matches today. We've got the bronze medal matches first. It's going to be interesting. These guys, they don't want to go home without a medal, so I'm expecting to see some tough battles. And then we've got some showcase finals too. We've got some good fights for the finals. I'm excited. Of course, I have to say, unfortunately, my team didn't make it. We didn't have any finalists for today, but we still have our hopes up for the team battles later on today. So it's going to be an action-packed day. We're going to have a lot of action today.
Yeah, I agree with you, and the guys who will be winning the medal today, at least bronze medal, they will also get some money prize, right? And this is also...
Yeah, the whole theme of this tournament is the cash prizes. Hey, third place here is going to be winning $1,000 for third place. That's a handsome prize for a third place final. And let's not forget $5,000 first place.
Exactly.
Not bad money for submission fighting for jiu-jitsu, huh?
Yeah.
We're getting up there.
Not bad, right?
We're getting up there with the big prize money, huh? Maybe people will be interested in fighting more jiu-jitsu tournaments from now on.
Exactly, yeah. And now we have the bronze medal match in the category up to 65 kilogram. We have Nariman Minbayev from Kazakhstan against Dr. Jusup Ulu from Kyrgyzstan. Nariman,
I think Nariman doesn't need any introduction. We know how good he is.
Three-time Asian champion.
Yeah, I think the fight's
immediately he went just for straight ankle lock.
Yeah, he's fantastic with the leg locks.
He's always very good from bottom.
Yeah, his guard is amazing, and he's also an assassin too. He really hunts for the submissions. He likes to finish his fights.
Right.
He's a fantastic fighter. Top guy's from Ukraine, right?
No, from Kyrgyzstan.
Kyrgyzstan, okay. I thought the colors were from Ukraine. I wanted to say the Ukrainians had a great team as well.
They do. They have two guys in the finals today.
Oh, the semifinals. Nariman had a match with the Ukrainian in the semifinals. Yeah.
Exactly.
That was a crazy match.
Yeah.
That was so high level. So you're from Kazakhstan yourself, right? So you guys put a lot of focus on the leg locks, yeah?
This up to school.
To the schools,
so some of the schools really work on the leg locks. For example, sub team from Nur Sultan, from the capital of the city. Some teams are just focused on traditional jiu-jitsu and grappling. So, but me personally, I really like to do some leg locks, and I would like to work on it in the future.
But yeah, a theme for the Kazakh fighters is we see a lot of leg lock hunting in the scrambles.
Nariman is exactly from sub team, so he had a good base. Yeah, and he was educated by the trainer Ruslan Shegenev, and
I think he wants to go for the outside ashi there.
Yeah,
the left leg of the Franke, he got it out there, but he was going for a saddle entry there. But good confidence from the top fighter. He's going into the leg locks in the scrambles. You know, he's being very confident, knowing what Nariman can do with the legs. He's very confident there, sitting there with with the legs being entangled.
What should do Nariman in your eyes now to secure the advantage
What should he
this
do?
match? Yeah.
Well, I would say he changed his strategy right now. He's on the top, but I believe he's going to probably sit down. Okay, he's going to first have to defend the omoplata attempt there. Is he going to get his
He just
points
passed the
here?
gut, yeah.
Not yet. Not yet. You have to secure at least 70% of the back,
Yeah.
and you have to get it for 3 seconds. See, I thought he would go for this. That's what I was expecting to. Look at the flexibility that the other fighter has on his legs.
He's
Okay,
very flexible.
look at that. He's still not able to secure the leg. I've studied Nariman a lot too. I had a fighter in his weight class, and I'm also a fan of his work. He's a very good submission grappling fighter, and he usually does that a lot, where he would switch his position to go to the top, and then while he's putting in the pressure to pass, he just transitions and goes into another leg lock entry. We saw him do that twice right now.
Yep.
Exactly.
Exactly.
See?
Yeah.
So he kind of tries to perplex the opponent with the switch up, the change in the tactics.
He's now leading 4-2.
So he's 4-2 right now. He got because the legs were entangled, and there wasn't an initiation from the top player to initiate the position. The switch counts as a reversal. That's why the top player gets his 2 points here. That was very similar to what we would see in a BJJ match, where the legs are entangled and there's a position switch. Okay, now he's secured the outside ush. That's the honey hole position, or the saddle. So what he has to do here is, with his left hand, he will underhook that leg to try and get the sweep. Once he gets the sweep, he has the available leg between his knees. Okay, nice pressure from the top player. Is he going to get his mount? No, he's got the legs in. Okay, it's still 4-2. Great guard, as we mentioned, by Nariman. It's tough to pass that guy.
He has always tough guard, so
tough guard, and he's also very flexible. So he's got a deadly combination. That's another 2 points right there.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's 6-2.
I had many sparrings with Nariman on training, so he's every time very flexible, relaxed, and every time it's really hard to pass his guard, right?
So we've got 5 seconds left to $1,000 and bronze medal for Mr. Nariman. Mr. Nariman, I hope you have a nice bank account ready for the $1,000.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to Nariman Munbayev from Team Kazakhstan to win bronze medal at first AIGA World Championship.
Weight heavy program. Lower brackets. In red corner we have AIGA Tolebayev from Team Kazakhstan. blue corner, we have Azambek Shamshiev from Team Kyrgyzstan.
So we have now the second bronze medal match in the weight category up to 70 kilogram, and we have now Aidar Tulibayev from the team Kazakhstan, who is now competing against Kyrgyz guy
So it's something.
Azambek Shamshiyev.
Yeah, Azambek from Kyrgyzstan, and we've got Aidar from Kazakhstan. What's interesting about Aidar was, I believe, if I'm correct, he is the oldest competitor in this
He
tournament.
is 43 years old, right?
43 years old.
But he's still tough.
But the interesting thing about Aidar was that he fought Joshua Cisneros in the semifinals.
And he gave him the
and
match,
he
right?
gave him a fight. They went into overtime.
Yep.
And he only lost 3-0 after an 8-minute match. So hats off to him. He's in a... Yeah, he's got a Dars choke right there secured. Have you trained with Aidar?
I trained once, but it was some...
Is he going to tap?
No,
I don't think so.
No. He's
I
not
don't think
tapping.
so.
He's not tapping, right.
That's tight, isn't
Even
it?
yesterday against Cisneros, he was holding the grip.
Okay, so that's an anaconda. That's not a Dars. It's a
It's
little
anaconda,
tough. Yeah,
right,
it's a little tough to tell from the side when the arms are entangled, but because the arm is going in through the neck and it's secured outside of the arm, that's an anaconda choke. The opposite would be a Dars, where the arm goes through under the armpit and is secured next to the neck.
Yep.
So yeah, he let go, huh? Yep. Prediction came true, huh? He wasn't going to tap to that one.
I personally was quite confident in it.
He's not going to tap. So we have points are going to start right now. Okay, that's the referee calling for points. And why do we have a minus point for the fighter on the top?
He just pulled the guard.
Because he pulled guard, yes. Because he pulled guard without a grip.
Without the grip,
yeah.
right.
So one thing that maybe the viewers don't know is that the score actually at the end of the match is accumulated with the minus points. So if a fight ends 0-0 but there are 2 negative points, that fight is not 0-0. That fight ends 2-0. So there are no 0-0 2 penalty scores here. The penalties are accumulated into the final score. So if, for example, we had a fight yesterday, I think it was
4-0.
Turkey, and I'm not sure where it was. Was it France or it was Ukraine?
I think it was Azerbaijan against Ukraine.
I know. I'm sure it was one of the Turk fighters.
Yeah.
So the Turk fighter had 4-0 up, but then he got 4 penalties. So what happened was at the end of the regulation time, the score was 4-4. It was 4-0 on the big points here, but there was 4 penalties. At the end of the regulation time, these points, they are added up. So we have a 4-4 score, and they played another extra 2 minutes.
Yep.
And in the extra 2 minutes, the other fighter that didn't have 4 points got secured 2 points here, and then he won the fight. But there was a little confusion with the fighter himself as well, because he got up, he said, I have 4 points. So you have to know that the penalties are in fact minus points that are accumulated with the points that you're getting.
This is very important remark.
Yeah. Because some of the people at home are watching and they're thinking that this is maybe just the points and the penalties, but ladies and gentlemen, those penalties are points. So you have to add everything up, and that's your final score. So 0-0 and 2 penalties is actually 2-0. It's not a 0-0 scoreline.
I think it wasn't a sweep from the side of Aidar.
Not yet. So what do we have here? Double? So that's definitely, he didn't secure it yet. No, nothing here. So you have to secure your opponent for 3 seconds in order to get, in this specific scramble here, to get the 2 points. I'm assuming that maybe Adar, maybe in the final minute, will choose to pull guard again. He'd probably sacrifice getting a penalty just to see if he can do something with the... Okay, he's going to get a takedown, huh? Still has to secure, get it down. Nice reversal there. Still no points for any of these gentlemen. Still nothing yet. Still no points. Okay, who's... would Blue get 2 points here? I don't think so.
He hasn't secured yet, in my eyes, right?
This would be secure, but Adar shot first, so I'm assuming maybe they would give Adar a penalty because it would be something like going and shooting and then pulling guard. No, still nothing. Okay, he's got the leg there. If he gets up, he's going to get 2 points here. If he can secure it, no.
The Kyrgyz guy is also
Young
tough,
gentleman
right?
is not. He's going to be losing on that 1 penalty for pulling guard.
Anaconda again.
Yeah, another anaconda. But we also know that there are no advantages in this submission fighting rule set. He takes it with 1 penalty. Based on just how we were breaking down everything, this is a 1-0 scoreline. It's not 0-0 with 1 penalty. This is 1-0. That was a good effort by both individuals, yeah?
It's a big effort for Aydar because I was hoping that he would get his bronze medal here.
Yeah.
And with 43, it would be a big achievement, right?
I think Aydar put up a very, very good performance in this tournament today. I believe that he did a good job. I'll see him later on, congratulate him. The young gentleman from Kyrgyzstan,
yeah.
He's going to have an... This was what we would call a scrappy fight in English. It was very scrappy. Both of the guys, they wanted to really secure their takedown. They were fighting for the legs, getting those legs out from under the guy. But the younger guy, he was nice and slippery. Got out in every attempt he could. He just got out of the arms of Adar. So I was also, as expected, I was expecting the Turkish fighters to be very tough. I was even more impressed with them when I saw them fighting yesterday. Some good guys.
And to be honest, I didn't think that they are really so tough, the Turkish guys. I was confident that they would fight until the end because always like warriors, and wrestling culture is very deep developed here in Turkey.
Yeah, that's why I was
from the
expecting.
side of technique, I thought that they wouldn't be so really on the high level, but they surprised at least. So we have now the next bronze medal match between Talha from Turkey and Daler Marasulov from Kyrgyzstan, who showed himself very well yesterday. This is category up to 76 kilogram at the immediate. We have the double leg from the side of Daler, which was countered from the side of Umar, and there were no points for both.
It's an interesting position here. If he can, with that, the palm-to-palm grip that he has over there, if he can pull the arm out, he probably has a good
reverse triangle now.
Reverse triangle. Also, he'd have access to that arm. That's what it looks like. What he's doing here. It's going to be tough when you're upside down. Gravity's pulling you down, and you can't really secure above the elbow if you want to get that the Kimura grip here. Yeah, this one's coming out a little tug of the shorts there, but apparently it's okay. Okay, so this is a dangerous position when you can't see your legs. and the opponent attacking your legs has his back to you, it's very difficult to tell which leg he's attacking and whether he's going for a toe hold or he's going for a knee bar. So if the opponent who's attacking legs goes to his knees, which he did for a second there. So this position is a little different because he has now access to the attacking opponent's arms.
Yep.
So he can. Okay, look at that. That's a good, decent attack there, but. Okay, he's trying to attack as well. Now he's got the legs here. I don't believe it's secure yet. He needs to get a little.
Marasul doesn't look like he is about to tap, right?
No. One important detail about the straight footlock here is when you look over your shoulder and if you can see the toes of the opponent, that means that you're not going to have a good pull on his toes, on his leg. So a good way to adjust it is if you look over your shoulder and you don't see the toes, or if you do see the toes, basically you have to lift your shoulder up a bit.
Yep.
So the toes are behind this big muscle right here behind your shoulder, and then when you start to extend, you get full extension on the leg. So what was happening here is obvious that you could see his toes dangling next to his shoulder. So no matter how hard of a pull you have, an opponent who's not willing to tap, quick tap to any of these footlocks will easily know that as well, that you haven't secured that extension, the full extension on the end and the toes of the foot that you're attacking. So that's a nice little tweak I think anybody can use when you want to do your footlock.
Thanks for such clarification. And Daler is now about to pass the guard, right?
So we have the points here. So if he gets to, I think this could. He has to pass.
Yeah.
No, he has to take this. Yeah, that's a pass. The clarification that we had during the referee seminar was that we had to have the body above the midline point of the opponent, and opposed to what we are used to in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu matches, where even if the opponent is on his side and we pass the legs, here you have to have it around 70% of the guy's back pinned to the ground in order to get your point for the side controller for the pass. So what happened here was his arm was stuck in between the legs, but it didn't really matter because his body was past the midline point of the opponent on the bottom, and he had his back almost completely pinned. So that's why we see the 3 points getting there.
Now I think it is attempt now from the side of Marasulov to go north-south position, right?
Yeah, maybe he would probably go there.
The Turkish guy.
Maybe he wants to get a knee on belly, get another 2 points here. Okay, so he's going to attack for the legs now. I think with 1 minute, we've got, this would be a Dar's choke here because it's secured behind the ear. That's where the elbow connects. I think it's tight. I think it's tight. Yeah, that's it.
Congratulations to.
Congratulations. Those go hand in hand.
World Championship.
Each makes it sweeter.
Yeah.
Prize money makes the medal sweeter, and the medal makes the prize money sweeter too. In terms of the level of technical efficiency that they showed, we always knew the Ukrainians are tough guys. They've got the tough guy gene, that's for sure. But the technical efficiency that they showed over the past few matches, I think the 65 kilogram Ukrainian fighter, he's in the final. He fought Nariman. He also fought my brother in the first round, my student. The technique was off the wall. I can say he was amazing. Hats off to the Ukrainian team.
And we have now the next bronze medal match in the category up to 83 kilogram, and we have Vlad Yarashuk from Team Ukraine against Thailand Osmal Koch from Team Turkey.
So what happened here was I missed the initial second there, but because there are no penalties, there are no negative points there, the Ukrainian fighter did sit down with the grips. There are no points in the first 2 minutes, therefore you do not get a penalty. You do not get penalized for sitting with grips during the first 2 minutes of the fight. Of course, all the viewers, all the fighters have to know that if this happens in the 4-minute time frame where points do count, you will get a penalty point, if you go for a guard even with the grips. You will be penalized.
And Ukrainian team shows himself very well on this first AIGA World Championship, isn't it?
Sure, fantastic. They were great. I'm very impressed with the Ukrainian team. I don't want to be too picky, but in the medal match, I'm sure it's for the final. Maybe too much information we were processing during the referee day, but during a medal match, I know it's for the finals. You pull guard, you get a penalty, whether it's the points or not. Is that also verifiable for the medal match as well? We have to maybe ask one of the officials later on.
Maybe after the championship.
I'll ask them, yeah, sure. But I know for sure.
You think it's not fair?
No. I'm saying we should have if it's medal matches in the finals, which be considered a medal match. When you pull guard, even during the 2 minutes, you were supposed to get penalized. That was one of the discussions during the referee seminar. Maybe I'm making a mistake. Maybe it's just for the gold medal match. But if they did mention the finals, meaning the medal matches, then maybe we should have a penalty here for the fighter who pulled guard.
Well, I think it would be done better.
No, I'm not thinking that's the rule.
Oh.
That's what they said in the referee seminar.
And now they didn't give him.
They didn't give him. I'm not sure if they meant the bronze medal match. If this was a final, and the fighter, you got it?
I got it. Yeah.
Okay.
I got it. Yeah.
I'm just asking whether if that's the same point with, that's the same case with the bronze medal matches or not. So for the viewers who are listening right now, maybe it got a little too convoluted. In AIGA rule set, what happens is, in the first 2 minutes of the match where there are no points accumulated, you can pull guard with a grip without getting penalized. However, it was specified in the referee seminar that in a final match, you will get penalized for pulling guard wherever it is. Even if it's points, even if there's no points, you pull guard, you're going to get a negative point. That's what's going to happen in the finals.
Okay. And yeah.
So why do they do that, Adar? Why do you think that happens? It's because they want a more dynamic match. They want maybe the guys to be on their feet a little more, try and shoot for some takedowns, maybe get the opponent to the ground, get the fight to the ground without you having to get penalized with a negative point. I think it does make it more exciting.
Yeah.
I think it's a fair rule, maybe.
And he did it now with the knee bar, and Samat Atambet is the world champion. It's a category up to 60 kilogram. Congratulations to the young boy, young hero from Kazakhstan. Very beautiful victory.
the final debate, 65 kilogram. In red corner, Team Ukraine, we have Yaroslav Belashko. In blue corner from Team Brazil, we have Honos Najib Minasian.
Next final match between Yaroslav Blaszko and Ones Minasian from Brazil. Yaroslav Blaszko is representing Team Ukraine. Is the final in the category up to 65 kilogram. And our guests in the studio today, legendary Juliano Prado, the 5th grade Jiu-Jitsu black belt, one of the top guys by Brazilian top team and head coach of US team. Well, welcome, Juliano.
Good morning. I'm excited to be here. This finals being great. Third place fights were amazing too. The overall level of the tournament is really good.
Thank you very much. It's very nice to hear about it.
We have Yaroslav, is that what you say? Blaszko.
Blaszko from
Yeah.
Team Ukraine, yeah.
Got him on a footlock.
Yeah.
So Brazilian got second place.
Congratulations to Yaroslav,
Beautiful.
who won on the very nice way.
Submission on the final against a very game opponent.
And Santos is very hard guy, yeah?
Yeah, very hard to
pass.
submit.
Yeah.
Very experienced on footlocks and the whole game. Showed a great strategy through the whole tournament. Both fighters really earned their places here in the finals. Wow. Wow, he didn't have the time to put the leg in the middle to defend. Very well done. Look at his foot.
Yeah.
It was a hit up and the foot would slide out a little bit, but it was too late. This might be one of the best fights of the night here.
Red corner from Team USA, we have Joshua and Tony.
This guy is awesome. Joshua Kisneros.
He's so calm. He's so experienced for his age. He knows how to cut his weight. He knows how his body. He's all organized. A true professional at this age, you know. I know this is an amateur sport, but he behaves like a pro.
Team France, we have Bilal bin Mohammed.
Bilal bin Mohammed showed himself also on the best way yesterday, I think.
Yep, great matches.
This is the weight up to 76 kilogram. Joshua Kisneros from the Team US against Bilal bin Mohammed from the Team France. Should be the great match.
And Mohammed right away pulling guard and attacking Cisneros. Grab a foot and spin. Trying to beribolo under to and come up with a successful reversal. We're not counting points yet, but Out of the leg attacks, he got Cisneros on the bottom. Cisneros recovered to his feet. And jump a triangle. That's the move that finished Alexandre Vieira yesterday. Look at the submission here. He might be doing a Kimura or an arm attack inside of the triangle.
It's a very tough situation now
Yeah,
for
he did the
Bilal.
same to Alexandre Vieira yesterday, and the attack is not the triangle, it's the arm. Look at that. Kimura inside of the arm of the triangle. Mohamed tapping out.
It's beautiful. Again, beautiful victory for Cisneros.
Cisneros world champion. Submitting all his opponents. I know, I think he won by points, but Kimura from different angles. Quick movement, quick pass.
Very quickly, right?
Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful technique. He's aware of every position. Although he got swept there on the beginning, he was quick to recover, never let his opponent stabilize. Wow. He did the same triangle jump on Alexandre Vieira yesterday. And Alexandre was telling me like he didn't want him to choke me. He wanted to attack the arm. And that's what he did again here today in the final.
He looks fantastic, yeah?
Yep. What a technique. And what a gentleman.
The final weight 76 kilogram in west corner from Kazakhstan. We have Osmanjan Kasimov.
I'm a big fan of Osman's strategy. Real good katagruma, how we call it, and wrestling a fireman care. He's really good at it. He set it up in different positions. He's been through the tournament. Almost impossible to submit him or catch him from the guard. I don't think he got swept through the whole tournament either.
Yeah. But it would be very tough final in my eyes.
This, in my opinion, is a perfect match because his opponent is a guard player.
On the other hand, it's quite good for Osmanjan.
Yeah,
I think
it's a good matchup.
He has to secure 2 points
In the beginning,
with takedown at the beginning.
There you go. We knew he was going to get him down in the beginning.
Osmanjan Kasimov against
Nepota
Roman
defending a little
Nepota.
bit. Attacking a Kimura, Osman go to the back. That's not
No
not
points
a
so
point,
far.
yeah, because he attacked Kimura. Now Nepota on that leg attack. Osman is spinning out, looking for a way out. He should have get down and put the other foot on his butt to kick it out. But he escaped on his own way. Beautiful.
And he secured 2 points for the takedown.
Well, that's right. He initiated the takedown, although Nepota went to a Kimura after, or a submission. It's still a takedown that Osman initiated. So, well scored by the judges.
Does Osmanjan doing everything well now?
Yeah, this is his game. You know, he gets the takedown and then he attacks the guard. He's very hard to submit. If Nepota here don't get anything significant, the tendency is this fight is with Osman on top, attacking and passing the guard. And even if he don't pass, he's always active on the top, so it's hard to set it up your own attack zone from the guard. But you can underestimate Nepota's submissions and games, so almost 4 minutes on the scoreboard. So we're gonna see the points here start to count. So Osman aggressive, really getting to the side almost here for a second. And he's right, he's trying to pass the guard to the left side of Nepota, which is, you know, more vulnerable. I mean, to his left side, which is Nepota's right side.
It was now the attempt to lift from the side of Nepota.
Yeah, and Nepota on his leg, trying to attack, locking again. Same attack that he has a little bit earlier. And this is dangerous. Nepota with a toe hold.
Toe hold.
And Osman unrolling to the right side, open his legs. Very good. He need to push this leg down under his crotch now and stand up. There you go, and he does it. Get up and pass the leg. Nepota really good with the attacks, recovering and going back to the same position again.
Holding the leg again now.
Again a toe hold by Nepota. I don't think that Osman
Again,
will tap at this point.
Again, toe hold.
Toe hold, yeah, good attacks. And Osman untying the knot. End up with both legs inside. This is a little bit worse.
Yeah, now the knee bar.
Yeah, he got both legs tied in there.
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
and he was able to
And he was
submit him.
he was forced to tap. Yeah, because it was very
And
tight.
he endured the toe hold. He endured a bunch of. He went through pain to escape the first couple submissions. But when he got both legs locked inside of the guard, you don't have one leg free to stand on it or to kick free. It makes it complicated. He got really hurt. He's a tough guy. You know, this was a serious submission or he wouldn't tap.
Yeah.
You got to really tear his leg apart to make him tap.
He just wanted to hold it, but it was quite impossible.
It's his character, you know. He's very brave. Now Nepota with a clean game through the whole tournament here. High-level jiu-jitsu and playing guard.
Yeah.
A lot of times it takes the penalty or he takes the -2 and fights from his guard, and he's did really good.
He does, yeah. But nevertheless, congratulations to Roman Nepota for the World Championship title, and also big congrats to Osmanjan Kasimov, who won his silver medal here.
These guys are high level. Any competition that they go in the world, they're going to be in between the best guys, if not the best. Osman has a champion game. Perhaps today here he got submitted by a very game opponent, but Osman's fight style, he really works for tournaments. You know, he's a takedown and top player. So yeah, congratulations to these both fighters. They're amazing.
Weight 83 kilogram. The West Roller from Team Brazil. We have Gabriel Procopio.
So Gabriel Timbó representing Brazil. I like his game. He don't look like he does much, but he don't let his opponents do anything either. Yesterday on the semi-final, he mounted a guy right on the beginning and he was like a blanket on his opponent, and his opponent didn't even move his eyes.
We have Ruslan Israel.
Oh wow, this is going to be a great fight.
Ruslan is very talented guy.
Yeah, very, very good. Gabriel got mad at me because I said his age. Gabriel got mad at me yesterday because I said his age wrong. He's 31 years old. I said that he was almost 40. He looked good for a 40-year-old man.
And Gabriel Procopio is very famous black belt from Brazil, right?
Yeah, a very game competitor.
What you are expecting from him?
Well, Gabriel, he wrestled a little bit. He liked to play tough. He got caught on a guillotine here now, but he should be looking at points and his top game. 2-0, he got taken down.
I would like to put you together now. You, Juliana, and Bardia from Iran, and I think our fans will really enjoy your commenting.
How you doing, buddy?
How are you, Giuliano? This is Badia. I'm back. We're going to be commentating right now. It's the 83-kilogram finals. We've got Ruslan Israilov.
Almost with arm triangle on Gabriel Timba, and Gabriel escaping to his knees.
So, Giuliano, I don't know if you've been following Ruslan's fights over the past the 2-3 fights that he's had already. He's a submission hunter. He he attacks those submissions.
I know. I've been seeing it. And great
all-around game, huh?
Yeah, all-around game. He started with a takedown on Gabriel today. He's not easy to take down.
Yeah, sure. He'll start with the takedown, but then surprisingly, his guard is very, very dangerous.
Very good. Leg attacks too all the time.
Yeah, definitely. The Kazakhs have a very interesting style, don't they?
Yeah, they focus on the leg locks.
They love the leg locks.
Yeah, and they come out with sweeps from there, take the back.
They also have the tough wrestling. You know, they have some good shoots for the legs. They've got good sprawls. I think they've all around. They're very, very good fighters.
And they're tough as nails.
Tough as nails, man. Tough as nails.
They don't want to tap. You gotta tear their leg apart and take it home, otherwise they don't tap. They're fighting with their heart here today.
Definitely.
And that's why most of them are in the finals. A lot of them make to the finals.
Sure. Is Diego your teammate?
Yeah, he's my teammate, Diego Gamonal. We are a Brazilian top team.
Yeah,
some
BTT,
of us are representing United States,
some
are representing
Brazil. Yeah.
We have gyms all over the world.
Of course.
But yeah.
Mr. Murillo Bustamante.
Yeah, our coach.
A
great master. Big shout out to Master Murillo, man. I'm a big fan.
Who isn't? The UFC days.
Yeah,
How can you ever forget those the UFC fight?
A complete fighter, a jiu-jitsu guy that can punch and wrestle, you know. Back in the day.
The legendary fight where he had to tap the guy twice. You remember that one?
Yeah. Olympic medalist, Olympic silver medalist.
We grew up watching Master Bustamante.
Yeah, when I was a white belt, I saw the first fight too. Here we have Timba getting out of the guard now. Looking at underhook to pass, getting to the half a guard. A Brazilian top team, they really work on a half a guard. That's his strongest point when he's on a half a guard on the bottom.
Sure.
And now he's on the top.
If I'm correct, that's the Sao Paulo style of passing. The head is down. Is that?
Well, Sao Paulo passing is when you put your belly, like your crotch, on the mat and match the leg.
Really low. Yeah,
real
sure,
low,
sure. Okay.
It's not necessarily a half a guard.
Okay. It can be whatever. Yeah.
But it's real low, and you smash that way and you hug the upper body.
Sure. It's maximum pressure, no space to the fighter.
Yeah.
See his Ruslan's guard is amazing, isn't it?
Good guard retention. And Timba throwing a jump from the butterfly guard. That's a classic butterfly guard pass.
What's crazy is how young these guys are. What's scary is how young these guys are.
How young and good. Yeah, look at Cisneros, 21.
Yeah, 21.
21.
That guy's on another level. I mean.
Yeah, another level.
Yeah.
And he's so calm. I was just talking how centered he is. You know how he knows himself, his body, his awareness.
Have you talked about how he's going to spend the 5 Gs?
You know, he's a good kid, and he has his sponsors. He fights all the time. When he is here, he's only keep to himself. You know. Team ball with the leg lock of his own.
Knee bar there.
And going to a toe hold. This is a good attack here. But you know,
He still has his heel on the ground, so he needs to get it off the ground, weightless, and then he can twist.
Well, Timbo need to go over and pull back like this.
Yeah, sure. There, he's got the toes.
I wouldn't attack the leg lock on a Kazakhstani guy, sorry.
Yeah, I wouldn't either, huh?
I wouldn't. They will let you break his leg. I wouldn't do that attack on him right now.
So this is what's going to happen here. Ruslan, so the position... No, the position didn't change. No points here.
Oh yeah, Gabriel was already on top.
Gabriel was on top.
And then he went down, and then he on top again.
So listen, Gabriel went... let's take a look at it. I think he's got the knee caught in there. No, the knee is out. No, nothing yet. That was very slick.
Yeah.
From the top player to get the knee out.
Oh, nice escape. Nice attack.
But it's 2-0 here. That's it.
Great fight.
That was an interesting fight, wasn't it? A lot of action.
Yeah. Now the Kazakhstani on the final that wins. Champion.
So, Juliano, what happened here was some of the BJJ guys would be confused with one part of the rule set where the top guy, so we had Ruslan on the bottom, and then Diego attacked for a Kimura, right? Because he initiated the attack, even if they would have switched positions, there would no points. Yeah, so in a jiu-jitsu match, that would be automatically 2 points. But here, but here, because he is the one who initiated the attack, even if the position would have changed, because he was the one who attacked, there would be no points granted to the bottom player coming on top.
Well, that's good because allow the guy on top to attack without
to risk it.
Being scared of losing your points. I think this is a good rule.
Sure.
If you want to get your points, you need to initiate the action.
You need to initiate.
You don't get it by accident.
Right,
you know? So it is a good way to.
I think this is all intended not to distort the rules, just to make it more exciting.
More
for the fans.
action, more action. It forces you to develop your game, develop your takedown.
So one part of the whole jiu-jitsu plan would be how, if I was marketing, for example, for a jiu-jitsu tournament, for a jiu-jitsu brand, for submission fighting, what I would be thinking right now is, how can I target more viewers? How can I get more people interested in our sport? That's what I would be thinking right now.
Very true.
So if I have the ability, if I have the chance to make tweaks in the rules to make it more exciting, I would do it.
Very true.
Some purists would think, why are you changing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu rules? This is not Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
This is grappling.
Well, it's a different world.
Yeah.
It's a different world. We need viewers. We need viewers. Do you agree with me?
Yeah, and also it makes, it's not only the viewers, but like, you force the development of some areas of the fights that is not necessarily being developed in jiu-jitsu, like the takedowns, if you can full guard without penalty every time, you know?
Sure.
Mara,
so this guy is a leg lock machine.
What a monster.
Monster.
What a monster.
He is a long-time MMA fighter.
Precise.
Yes.
Precise. If he goes for it,
you're getting it.
On the spot, and he won't miss it.
So, Juliano, you go up to fight this guy. Okay?
I'll leave my legs at home.
You stand in front of this guy, you see this mountain of muscle, and you go, okay, this guy is going to take me down. He starts to fight, and he pulls guard. You're going to go, oh my God, what the hell do I have to do to beat this guy?
Very true. A heavyweight or a big guy that pull guard and fights on the bottom.
I think these guys, they are going to close it out because they're teammates.
Can you do that?
Yeah, you can close out. Okay, there we go.
Oh, out of respect, they give it to his teammate.
Yes.
I think he's the better fighter of the two of them, though.
Both of them are amazing. Eldar is amazing. A student of mine, two of my students, one yesterday, one in ACB Russia, fought Eldar in the gi. My student fought him yesterday in no gi. One of the guys from Team Iran fought him, so we know Eldar. We've been following him. He's a great fighter. He's got a great guard. Marat is also a long time, I think, an MMA fighter as well. He's been diving into the cage in and out Both of them are very vicious fighters. That's what I can say. Both of them. Both of them are very vicious.
Yesterday, Gamonal hugged his neck and underhook.
And he
and
still got knee
He
barred.
still pick him up
Yeah,
and
he still did the knee bar. Yeah.
He's an athlete, not only a fighter, but he's very athletic.
Very athletic, very strong, and very precise and technical. I actually have to admit. So what Marat did yesterday, he fought my fighter in the first round. So my fighter in the 91 division, he's a really tough guy. It took about 2.5 minutes, and he still got the knee bar.
Yep.
Second fight, Ukraine, Marat got the leg lock in 15 seconds.
Same leg lock.
In the third fight against
Gamonal.
from your team, USA.
No,
Yes, USA. He got that in 25 seconds.
Gamonal is not
So, so that was 3 leg locks in a row.
Same technique. Everybody knew he was going to do it.
And he still did it.
And he still did it.
And what I did was last night, I watched the replay of his knee bar, I think 50 times, just to get every specific detail in there. It was a masterpiece.
Yeah.
He beat my fighter. I'm not happy about that, but it was a masterpiece.
Yeah. You know, I've been seeing a couple different techniques here, or different combinations of the techniques, or different way to approach the flow of your moves.
Sure.
And it's rare that I see something like, oh, okay, this is different, right?
It's geographically, everybody has their own
style
to insert into their jiu-jitsu and their grappling. They all have, you know, different mindsets, different body types, different preferences, and then when they put it together, an amalgam of all of that looks like a different style sometimes.
Yeah.
You know it's jiu-jitsu, but you're like, where have I seen that before? That's new.
Jiu-jitsu allow you to express your personality and express yourself.
I love it.
I'm really in love with Igor's game here on the final against the Palestine heavyweight.
Igor is from the
Brazil
team,
the
the Brazil team. His jiu-jitsu school is called Dream Art Project. Izaki Bahiense has put that team together. Those are amazing young individuals that are training with each other. I follow that team. I learn from their videos. I learn from whatever they do. Because they're
he's
amazing.
a heavyweight that pulls guard.
He's a heavyweight that pulls guard, and then look at how flexible his legs are. His hips open up. Yeah. You can see if his back hits the mat, his legs are just wide open to try and catch anything that he can.
Yeah, we were joking about his game yesterday because his opponent put him on a kimura, and he just melted his arm away, and it was like he was not even there.
Sure.
Same thing with
He's
the
got
legs.
a good deep half. Look, his deep half game was phenomenal. I saw that happened in every match.
Yep. And then if he lay on top of you, it's a heavyweight game.
You're done. Yeah. So I would say this is a very interesting. I would say this comes natural to somebody with that body type because you know he's very round. So the deep half, he'd slip and slide under there, and then the second that he gets the guy off of him, the hips are down, he can just pop up. Yeah, exactly. See, he can pop up to his knees immediately.
And recover.
And recover.
Scrambles really good.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say natural, but I'll say better for a heavyweight. Better for a heavyweight because to wrap your legs and play a close guard, especially no-gi for a heavyweight, he wouldn't find anything.
Also, shout out to our brother Mohammad Hassan from Palestine team. They've been amazing.
He's doing great.
I love the Palestinian fighters. They've got a great guy.
It looks like he's studying Igor a little bit because he's neutralizing his game a little bit here.
I think everybody last night was up studying their opponents on YouTube, huh?
Yeah.
Checking out their favorite foods, their hangout spots.
Hassan here.
Trying to...
Igor got a penalty. He's -1 for pulling the guard without grip.
Yeah. So that's something I was discussing with Adar just a minute ago. Before points, if you pull guard, okay, with grip, you do not get penalized except for the finals.
Oh, okay.
So in the final, this was discussed in the referee seminar. They said in the finals, if you pull guard with or without grip, in the point regulation or out of it, you're going to get a penalty anyways. Okay. So that's inviting more action basically from the fighters in the finals.
Yeah. Well, that's debatable because if you pull guard and you're very active and that's your game, then
you'll be able to recover that one penalty point. Yeah, for sure.
But here you go, Igor with the half a guard with the underhook here.
The battle here
going deep. He was being cross-faced by Mohammed before.
And the top players also got a stalling time here. I think they retracted that because
Yeah,
there
well,
was some
he's
action
forced to
there.
defend the half a guard.
Yeah. So he's got some action there. I think he's going to probably attack something, but
That's a mistake.
yeah,
Igor gonna
it's
end
not
up
going
on
to
top.
happen. Yeah, that's going to.
Igor is not.
No, he's
Wow.
not.
Okay. Well, this is good, but Igor is good at defending.
So actually, right now Igor is behind 1-0.
Yeah.
So he still has plenty of time, but he also has to be aware that the match is right now not in his favor in terms of points. Tactically, I would say Igor is being more sound.
Yeah. There's a better technique here, better attacks. Going to it.
I believe we're going to see a sweep.
Game.
I think we're going to see a sweep here. It's going to happen. I believe that Igor is going to be getting on top soon.
Well, this is a good leg tie here, and he's looking at toe hold. But it seems like Igor don't tap for toe holds.
I believe he does not tap.
He's like, look at his face. He's like, doo 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 doo.
So a lot of the guys.
This is good for Mohammed because if Igor get on top, it wouldn't be a point.
Yeah, if he's in the submission, he wouldn't. But if the leg gets out and he gets on top, that's 2 points right there. Look, he's really pushing on that one.
Yeah, but there's nothing there, bro. It's not the right attack to do today. We saw it by yesterday.
Not gonna happen. And without having his knees wrapped around that leg, it's going to be difficult to.
There you go, knee on the ground.
So this would be a restart in the middle, I believe.
Yeah, on the same position, I hope so.
You're commentating. You should be unbiased. You shouldn't hope so.
Well, if it's starting on the same position
joking.
for everybody
else, I'm joking, man. I'm joking.
This is not biased.
I'm joking. No, but this would be stand-up, yeah.
This favors Mohammed here with a better wrestling game, a better stand-up.
So
and Igor pull guard again.
That's another negative.
-2. Yeah, if it's sweep, it will be even now.
So we got that. But he's got the.
And he did sweep.
He's got the steam there going now. Yep.
That's 2.
That's 2 points. 2-2.
Which he makes 0-0 with the penalties. Now Igor with one leg across, but he's so calm. Look at him. He's gonna stand up and undo the tight, and I don't think Mohammed is gonna have a bottom game for him. Let's see. Let's see how good is Mohammed Hassan from the bottom if that leg comes out.
So you know what happens right now is 2-2. We'd go into overtime. So there has to be
overtime favors Mohammed because you got to start standing.
Start standing again. Yes. But if he sweeps, he's going to be up 2-1 immediately. He's got 2 minutes to get a deficit of 1 point. We saw how fast he returned the deficit to 2-2 when he wanted to get his action going.
Yeah, he's saving his energy.
So I think we're going to have a 2-minute extra.
Oh, he could pass. He could pass.
No.
Oh. Mohammed defending himself well from the bottom here and put a close guard.
So we're going to go into extra time here. This is the final of the plus 91 kilogram. I'm here with Coach Giuliano from Team USA. Catch us live on the AIGA YouTube channel. Us.
Overtime now.
2 minutes.
Yeah. Tendency here is Igor going to pull again.
This is in fact the last match of the individual brackets. Then I think there's going to be a classification of the top 4 teams who will automatically be going into the match tomorrow. For the
now
team.
Mohammed have to engage because Igor pull guard.
So Igor is behind right now by 1 point.
Yeah, but look at Mohammed beat back. Oh, he's engaging from the front headlock there. That's what he got to do. He's got to stay active so he don't get punched.
But I think that Igor has found out how to get that sweep. He did it once immediately from the deep half.
Yeah, but look, he need to get you. There you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
I think he's going to get it here. Maybe he's going to attack a leg from the top, Muhammad, maybe just to cancel it out.
That's
but
true.
Yeah,
that's true. He initiated the sweep.
That's it.
I like Mohammed though. His strategy is really good.
Fantastic.
And a pass.
And a pass. Yeah.
And a pass.
That's another 3 points. And
Igor is I like everybody's strategy. I like everybody's game, but he was the best heavyweight here today, and it's good to see him winning.
I would have to agree. I would have to agree that he was
more complete. Although if he learns wrestling, imagine if he learns wrestling.
Imagine he's a young guy, right? Couple of years, he develops his game. I think he's gonna give everybody a run for their money because his gi game is amazing too. You've seen his gi game. It's incredible.
Yeah. And right here, he's gonna ride Muhammad. Let him put him on the guard or on the closed guard and just stay there.
The 7 points deficit is too much right now. Maybe.
And he's gonna pass again.
He's gonna pass again.
That's a low pass right there, São Paulo style.
Yeah. That's it. So we've got 10-0. But it's not 10-0 actually, that's
7-0.
7-0 because,
But that's confidence on your game, you know? You give the points because you know you're going to execute.
Sure. Well, what happened was the first time he pulled guard, he got the negative. It was the beginning of the match. You know, you're a little, you got some more steam in the arms.
There's more to it because Muhammad studied his game. I was able to neutralize for a little bit.
And also at the beginning of the match, Muhammad had some good pressure, but then 2 minutes past the arms, they start to go. The blood flows, you start to feel it, and the guy on the bottom gets you a little up, gets under your balance. It's going to be tough to maintain that level of pressure to try and shut the guy down. So that's why usually when the bottom guy and top guy players, they fight, usually when that happens, the guy on top, if he's just constantly pressuring, he's going to blow himself out, get the arms to, the lactate is going to be in there, the lactic acid, you're going to feel it in your arms, and then the guy on the bottom has the opportunity to really throw you up and go under your legs, get you off balance, and then, try to attack more.
Yeah. Igor is very relaxed on the bottom, and so you see that he's saving his energy. Muhammad perhaps the better, stronger athlete, but Igor definitely the better jiu-jitsu.
The better natural talent, definitely.
Well, better jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
You know, his game allows him to be relaxed.
Yeah.
He's good at defense. He's already positioned himself well. Very flexible. Don't tap on leg locks.
So
well, we're done with the finals today.
We're done with the individual matches.
How many were the champions? We had 1 Brazilian champion, 1 American champion, 1 Russian champion, and I think
1 Ukrainian champion.
Kazakhstan.
Yeah. That's it.
That's it. Yeah. A very fair tournament. You see by the champions that it was not one-sided. It was not dominated by one team or another.
Sure.
You know, high level from all the countries. I'm surprised how
there was
countries that you never see competing in America having this quality of athlete.
Sure, definitely. So I believe we're going to have. This is going to be a recap right now of all the fights.
Okay.
This is the first bronze medal match. That's Nariman from Kazakhstan. That's the fighter from Kyrgyzstan. And then we're going to, I think, have the medal ceremony presentation.
Okay.
And then, by what I understand from the staff, from the coordinators, that the top 4 teams with the most medals will be automatically going into tomorrow's grand prize final for the team competitions. The rest of the teams will have to fight qualifiers today, so they make it 8 teams tomorrow. 8 teams will be competing tomorrow for the grand prize of $20,000 for first place, $15,000 for second place, and $5,000 for third place.
Wow.
So that's interesting to have
jiu-jitsu. This is also different because although in Brazil we have team competitions, and I've seen it with the gi before, but on this format, this is really cool.
Interesting. So
super interesting.
What we're going to do here is we'll have each team fight the other team, 1 person per weight class, weight per weight.
It's like kind of we do in collegiate wrestling. In
collegiate wrestling, or the new tournament formats that we've seen. I think there was a Japanese tournament. I have forgetting the name right now. Quintet or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think they were really little different because if one guy wins, he stays, and the next guy comes in, he
sure.
gets to fight
That was
multiple
like
times.
a little bit like the WWE wrestling where the guy stays in and the other guy comes in like a tornado match.
Yeah.
Tag team, yeah. But no, what happens here is that each fighter
on his own weight
will fight. The country that wins 4 matches wins and goes on to the next round.
4 out of 7,
4 out of 7. So the question here is, what about teams that don't have full athletes, a full
like
athlete
my
lineup?
team, the American team,
So,
we did our heavyweight.
Yeah.
Which is the number one heavyweight in the world right now.
Yes.
Bones, he's the world champion 2021. He got injured, he couldn't come. So we start with -1.
Yes, exactly.
So we need to make sure that we don't lose 2 more.
2 more fights.
Well, we actually can only afford to 2.
Yeah.
And then we have to win 4.
Sure.
So yeah, you're
That's
gonna
what's
have
gonna
to
happen.
sacrifice. Yeah, another teams here. I saw some guys getting hurt on the individual, and maybe they're not gonna be able to show up.
Sure.
For the team, and then you got to give a point away and try to do your best from there.
But whatever it is, it's exciting, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's very exciting. I was saying yesterday, the quality of the production,
Everything.
Everything.
Shout out
the
to
reception here.
Shout out to AIGA.
Yeah, they're doing a great job.
Our brothers, Oljas, Tolegen, Mr. Arlan himself, all the guys. They've put in the work here. It's a fantastic tournament. The hospitality that they've shown, the level of commitment they've given to meeting the needs of the athletes.
Respect for every fighter,
for everybody.
Respect for every team.
They picked us up at the airport.
Yep.
One of the staff, I wanted to go to a mall to change some money. They were kind enough and asked me, do you want me to come with you? I said, it's fine. You have enough to do here. So all of this, it's details.
Yeah.
But it's very, very, the devil is in the details.
Yeah,
it's very heartwarming.
Yeah.
It's very heartwarming. You see this level of respect and you want to work with these people. You want to give back. You want to try and help them get this organization bigger because
I can see the top athletes in the world
coming
discovering
this
AIGA
place,
and coming to fight. And I want to give a shout out to my friend Darren. He's my connection to AIGA. He's a Kazakhstanian fighter, brown belt under us and Higa Machado, and he trains with us in California. He's the one who introduced me to this
AIGA.
whole world and AIGA, and I'm here because of him. So, what's up, Darren? We're here. It's a great tournament. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, I think that maybe next year we're going to have a lot of guys showing up for this one. If yeah, we want to be back. Maybe they
for
crank
sure
up
the American team.
Maybe they crank up the prize money a little
There
more
you go.
and get more guys out here.
There you go.
I have to, because you mentioned your connection to AIGA. How we met them was my brother, my little brother, who's also my student. He's a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He, following a knee surgery that he had, it was a really heavy knee surgery. He said, I have to get back into the saddle, get back into competing, and he found on Smooth Comp, that's where you get all the events, he found a tournament in Kazakhstan by the name of AIGA. And it was sandwiched after an ADCC qualifiers and an AJP Jiu-Jitsu tournament. So he got up and went to Kazakhstan all alone to participate there, and that's where we met everybody there. Our connection.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's so really interesting. And he went and competed there and competed in the AIGA tournament, and then we found our connection. Akmaral also, big hello to her. She's helped us all the way. So my brother said, listen, these guys at AIGA, they're going to be big. This is 4 years ago.
Yeah.
He said these guys are going to be big. I guess
And
your
here they
prediction,
are, first world champion.
prediction was right, Bahman. So next year, I think it's going to get even bigger, huh?
Oh yeah, I'm connected to the Brazilian team. I help it to organize and find the coaches and everything. One of my first teachers have a CBJJE.
Yeah.
Is one of the biggest federation in Brazil with a world championship of maybe 3,000, 4,000 competitors on his world championship.
Okay.
So I'm connected to the Brazilian team and to the American team, and for sure we want to be back. For sure.
We'll be back too. We had a lot of, we didn't have any good results yesterday, but I do have to say that that was basically coming down to the pandemic.
Man, we didn't even know. And me, without due respect, I didn't know Iran has a team of jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
I didn't know. I didn't know there was much jiu-jitsu there, or how developed it is. And I came here and see your fighters. That's amazing. As a great team. You had a good representative. Because, okay, the sport is new and you didn't get the results you wanted. But aren't you proud of your guys? They fought their heart off and they understand jiu-jitsu.
I'm proud of my guys that we showed up here.
Yeah.
We had 20 days notice to come here.
Yeah, something like that for us too.
Something like that for everybody.
Both teams,
And our gyms were closed because of the pandemic. There was a sixth wave, so we didn't. I'm not trying to find excuses. You know, everybody had their own trouble with the pandemic, but for us, it was a big issue with the lack of training. But well, the level of the guys here, they were very high, very high.
Amazing, world class.
Very high.
Yeah.
I have guys who've won in Abu Dhabi in the Grand Slam, the Abu Dhabi World Professional Jiu-Jitsu Championship. So we've been around the block. We've had our fair share of champions, but the level here was today. It was insane. You would say that it was insane, wasn't it?
Yeah. World class, for sure.
Just apart from the heel hooks, still a level below ADCC, huh?
Yeah. Is the same
because of the
same
heel
sets rules.
Yeah, just no heel hooks.
Yeah, the same rules without the heel hooks. Yeah. And you know, prepare guys for bigger tournaments. You know, and I think that it makes it very, very exciting for the fights. It makes it fun to watch. Because like I watch anything in jiu-jitsu.
Really?
You know, it can be a 2-hour boring match.
You're still
with
gonna
the
watch
guy.
it.
I'm gonna watch,
Okay.
but you know, the general public.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier when we said how can we get more people interested, more viewers interested. So, Master Giuliano, it was an honor.
Giuliano,
it was an honor.
The honor is mine. You're my new friend.
Meeting
and I
you
made
here.
a lot of new friends. I want to tell everybody, if you're watching this, come to this part of the world and compete and participate. The hospitality here is amazing. You're going to be well treated. You're going to be respected. They love their fighters on every country. I've been in Russia, I've been in Kazakhstan, I've been around here, Turkey before. They love their fighters and they're very welcome. You come here, you're going to be happy that you did participate. And we're making history too, because this tournament is going to be one of the best tournaments in the world. It's going to conquer its own space, and we're pioneers on it.
So, we can wrap it up here.
Yeah,
we're going to sign off.
Very much.
It was very nice to meet you. In the Congress, we had some discussions over dinner. Thanks to the guys from AIGA. They took us out. We saw the city. I learned a lot
beautiful city. Istanbul is beautiful.
I learned much from talking with you, speaking with you. You have obviously a lot of jiu-jitsu experience. I would love to learn from you, love to learn about the history of the sport, about what you've done in the United States with BTT. I'm a big fan of all of that. We can sign off. We're going to go get something to drink because I'm thirsty, I'm parched, and then we're going to come back.
I want to come back.
We're going to come back for the team classifications and qualifiers. So from Bardia, from Iran, Giuliano from the United States, all of us here at the AIGA World Championships, goodbye and us.
Us.
Please, let me introduce you the winner of the 60 kilogram bracket by the president of the AIGA Association, Mr. Arlan Shabdarbayev. In the third place, from Team Kyrgyzstan, we have Limbek Akilbekoglu. In the second place, we have Ferha Bakirov from Team Azerbaijan. And in the first place from Team Kazakhstan, we have Samat Aid Pampet. Now the winners of the 65 kilogram bracket. In the third place from Team Kazakhstan, we have Mimbaev Nariman. In the second place from Team Brazil, we have Honos Najib Minasian. In the first place from Team Ukraine, we have Yaroslav Bilashko. Now the winners of the 70 kilogram bracket. In the third place from Team Kyrgyzstan, we have Azambek Shamshiyev. In the second place from Team France, we have Belal Ben Mohammed. And the first place from Team USA, please, Joshua Anthony. Now the winners of the 76 kilogram bracket. In the third place from Team Kyrgyzstan, we have Daler Marasolov. In the second place from Team Kazakhstan, we have Osmanjan Kazimov. In the first place, the Team Ukraine, please, Roman Nepoda. Now the winners of the 83 kilogram bracket. In the third place from Team Ukraine, we have Veladya Roschok. In the second place from Team Brazil, we have Gabriel Procopio. And the first place from Team Kazakhstan, please, Ruslan Israilov. The General Director of Auscan Company, Mr. Elias Genisolo. The winners of the 91 kilogram bracket. In the third place, from Kyrgyzstan, we have Tosuk Joldashov. In the second place, from Team Russia, we have Marat Kobanov. And in the first place, from Team Russia, please, Eldar Savidov. Now the winners of plus 91 kilogram brackets. In the third place from Russia, we have Anton Dmetrakov. In the second place from Team Palestine, please, Mohammad Hassan. And for the first place from Team Brazil, please, Igor Schneider.